Yes, I do. Though I think that I identify more as a German, my nationality, and I think that my European nationality was only formed in my youth, and that my upbringing was more like my national identity, so the German one. That was a youth exchange I did in Lithuania when I was 14, and that was the first time that I was brought together with other European students, and that I was able to exchange viewpoints, that I experienced different culture and language, and I think that was one moment that showed me that Europe is so rich and that there are other nationalities, other cultures to explore. Before, I grew up in a very small town in Germany, and there wasn't much exchange with other cultures, nationalities, just my German friends. And I think that stay in Lithuania really triggered a lot with me in terms of exploring Europe. Well, after I had my formative first moment with Europe at the age of 14, I went to study in the UK, and I lived in the UK for 4 years, and I stayed together, lived together with other Europeans, and I really lived the European life, I would say, for those years. And then on my day when I graduated from this university, where I had studied international relations and economics, that was the day of Brexit, when the vote came out, and that really shocked me, because I never felt that this could happen prior to my stay there, as I lived really the European life with all the other young people, and I had no clue that people felt differently, and made a decision like that. I think the best moment was recently all the demonstrations that came up, that people went on street and cheered for Europe, common Europe, unified Europe, prior to the elections earlier this year. So earlier in 2019, when people really went out, and young people went out and fought for Europe, for unified Europe. I think just the possibilities that were given with online media, with like organizing gatherings together, and going out, meeting different people on the street. I think that was like one moment that really showed that Europe sticks together and you can stay together. Personally, it has broadened my horizon, and it has given me the opportunity to study abroad. As I said, I was raised in a very small town in Eastern Germany, and I had no friends from abroad, and a year or like this exchange experience I had in my youth really made me change my viewpoint and to try different things. And then I went to the UK to study. That program, or my school, or like my tuition fees, were funded by the EU, and I think that really opened many doors for my personal development, because my parents would not have been able to support me and to pay tuition fees, for example, if I had not been given this opportunity to get it funded by the EU. I think what it has done recently, like bringing people together, young people together, and making them meet and fight for Europe, really is something that I think should be continued, that people go and exchange and try to understand each other, and that the most obvious problem to me, this migration crisis, is solved, and that all countries in the EU or within the EU work together and find a solution to fight this big problem of migration.